Good morning, good
What
morning, good
is
morning,
up,
guys. Good morning.
everybody? What is up? How's everybody doing this morning? We're
Thank you so
really.
much for joining. I'm sorry, babe.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. In today's video, you're going to learn how you should be protecting your time, what you should be delegating, what you should not be delegating, and best practices to protect your time. On a lot of our connection calls, that's the biggest thing we get is, hey, I'm short on time. I need to know what I should be doing, what I should not be doing. And again, if you guys have 5 to 10 hours a week minimum, you guys can find success in this niche. So stay tuned, a lot of info to come. But as always, be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the bell button to be notified of videos we post every week. So Samir, you want to hop right in?
Yeah, so of course, like Jay said, we want to save your time. We want to make sure that you guys are focused on finding more deals and not all this other stuff that has to be done just to get the deal actually pushed through. So the first person that you should hire on your team and delegate is a mobile notary. So somebody that can actually come to you wherever you're at, notarize your titles, notarize your documents, because if you're trying to do all of that, run to the MVD, run to the bank, that can be a little bit hectic. And sometimes it's holidays when you're closing deals. You want to make sure you have that person on the team.
Yeah, we love having a mobile notary on the team. Like Samira said, holidays, banks are closed. And even on the weekends at a certain time, especially Saturdays after 1 o'clock or on Sundays, most banks are closed. So you want to have a mobile notary on your team to make sure the deal still gets done, because chances are your competition probably has a mobile notary on their team. So, when that deal is there, you want to have everything ready to go so nothing is getting held up. What's going on, Nicole? Thank you so much for joining us
Hey,
this morning.
good morning, good morning.
And then how much do these documents cost when you have the mobile
So
notary?
it depends on the notary. The notary we use, he's very affordable. He charges us $10 to $20 per document. So he'll come to us whenever we call him. He'll drop what he needs to do. He'll meet us out there, notarize our documents. We never have to worry about the bank, the MVD being closed, waiting in lines. He's just shows up at our closing and we get the deal done.
Yeah, sometimes we even give him the documents. He'll meet us here literally at our house, and then he'll drive over to our client and get the deal done. It saves us a ton of time. So guys, make sure you have a mobile notary on your team. If you don't have a mobile notary, we bank with Wells Fargo. They do all our notaries for free. It doesn't matter how many documents you have. No problem, April. That's what we're here for. Yeah, so this is very important, guys. You want to protect your time, but at the same time, you got to get the deals done, especially when you're finding a really, really good deal. Again, chances are your competition has a mobile notary on your team. So we're not losing any deals out here. We're not losing any deals.
We're going to always stay prepared, and having that person on your team is vital to making sure that you can beat your competition to the deals.
What's going on, Charles?
What's up, Charles?
Good morning.
Good morning. He just joined Trailer Cash Academy.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had a great conversation.
Makes sense. Absolutely. Yeah. This is huge. I mean, I can't think of how many times we were out of town or on vacation, but we would get a call. We would still have a deal on the table, and thank God we have a mobile notary on our team that can still get things done. You're gonna have to work with them. They're gonna have to start to understand your paperwork after a few deals. But I'm telling you guys, after they've done a few with you, they're gonna be one of your biggest assets on the team you can find.
Absolutely, absolutely. So number 2 is a handyman. So of course, there's a lot of people that get into mobile home investing that are handy. They know how to do the work themselves, but we don't recommend that. We're not handy people,
Come on,
so
guys,
we're a little biased.
protect your time. Protect your time. I know some people get into it and they love doing the work on homes, but man, let someone else do that. Give them a fee for doing the job. You'll find a lot of the handymen out here are inexpensive compared to general contractors in the real estate side, and do what you do best, which is going out to find more deals.
Yeah. Spend your time finding more deals, helping more people. Let somebody else do those handyman type work. We always hear our mentors say, if it's a $10, $12 an hour job, that's not what you need to be doing as a business owner. You need to be thinking of the higher level things that you can do to generate more revenue, generate more activity in your business.
For sure, because if you're wasting time doing that, you're just wasting time and you're not going out finding more deals. You're taking so much of your time fixing that home up, bringing it up to market standard, and again, missing out on opportunities. So we're really really big on that. With our program, we teach you how to go and find a handyman, so you're not wasting a ton of time trying to find the one person, hiring and firing. And we go through all that, but it's really crucial that you get someone on your team that you can trust to do the work, so you can focus on doing other things in your business.
Yeah, remember, Jay, when we first started and we hired our first handyman? And it's not always easy if you don't know the right questions to ask, the right process to put them through. We got definitely the handymans took advantage of us. We just didn't know. We're like, okay, it's broken, fix it. But that's not the way you should manage a handyman. So if you're not too sure, definitely check out our program. We talk to you about exactly what to do with
and you can
handyman.
cost yourself a lot of time and money. Like I said, a handyman just coming in thinking that they know the job more than you, or just coming in and not really being intentional with their time. So you want to protect it. The biggest asset you have is time. We can lose money. We've lost a ton of money in real estate. We've lost money, and it doesn't really matter. Like, we can always make the money back, but you can't get that time back. So we're really big on that. And then let's go with the landscaper, number 3.
Yeah, landscaper. So another thing that's pretty easy, a lot of people are like, oh, I can just pull the weeds, or I can just fix the gravel, or fix the fence. No, hire someone to do that. Hire a professional. They'll get in and out. And if you find the right one, they're very inexpensive. It's definitely worth your time.
This is crucial sometimes, because when you buy homes, especially if you're trying to keep it in the community, sometimes parks want you to get things done on the outside of the home right away. And again, if you're like us, you're really busy, or you're traveling a lot, and I just don't have the time to go and pick that stuff up, by hand by myself. So especially when you only got only got one hand. So it's really crucial to have a landscaper on your team. Again, just like handyman, they're really inexpensive, but they're gonna save you a ton of time, and they're most of the time looking for work. So protect your time, hire on the right people, and let them do everything that's needed on the outside of the home.
Yeah, and the next person we want to say get on your team is someone that can remove junk, a junk removal person, someone that has a trailer. They get in there, they remove all the stuff that is left behind by the previous owners, and they get rid of it. And like Daniel, one of our students in our accelerator program, he just picked up a deal a couple days ago.
Shout out to Daniel, man.
Go, Daniel.
Daniel found a deal. This is really cool. He's in the SoCal market, and the comps that he found, it's double wide 3.2, 1989, I believe. He didn't find anything selling for less than 70 grand. Ooh. I didn't find anything less than 56,000. Nonetheless, he ended up picking up this home for $13,000. So great job. Let's get back on subject.
Yeah, so he picked it up, but the home has a lot of junk in it. Yeah. Like, the lady has been living there for 20 years, she said, and she is in a situation where she can't take all that stuff. She doesn't have the time and resources. So Daniel said, part of the deal, I'm going to get rid of all this junk for you. It's a great way to get on their side, relieve some of the stress of the seller, and so now he needs a junk removal person, because that's going to be a lot of stuff, and we don't want Daniel in there sweating, taking all that stuff out.
That's what I was just about to say. We don't want to be wasting our time taking out all that furniture, because sometimes sellers leave a lot of stuff behind. Again, just like finding a handyman, just like finding a landscaper, you can always find a junk removal individual. Usually they have a pickup truck, and usually a pickup truck can get everything out. But again, we are protecting our time. I can't stand when investors are going inside of homes and doing all of this themselves, because it's like you're sweating for no reason. You should be sweating, going out, getting more deals and finding more opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. So big ups to Daniel, but we're going to have to get a junk removal person on your team. The next person we say to get on your team is a mobile home mover, right, Jay?
Yeah, so with what we teach, especially with wholesaling, there's going to be a lot of opportunities coming your way where homes need to be moved. And this is more so protecting your time, really protecting your buyer's time. It's really great when you're able to have a couple movers on your team that are able to assist your buyer whenever they have that cash ready to go. You don't need to spend so much of your time trying to find a mover, because they're not the easiest to find. And a lot of the time when you do find them, they're usually booked up. Or if you try going through the park, sometimes that's great. But again, you're kind of fighting against their schedule. Now you're waiting on them and their time, and we like to control our time.
Yeah, we love to control our time, and it helps the buyer, whoever's actually going to be moving that home. If you can refer them to a few different movers, that's going to help solidify the deal. That's going to help you bring more value to them, and it's going to help everything come full circle.
And just a little hack that we do, we usually find our buyers a mover, and then our buyers usually pay us a referral fee on the back end. We take that referral fee, and boom, we've got free marketing to find more homes. So that's usually what we do.
Yeah,
but you want to have them on your team. Protect your buyer's time. It's going to make you look more professional. It's going to make you look like you know what you're talking about, and it's going to save you a ton of hassle on the front end if you do the research now of looking for one versus actually having the deal in your lap and then having to scramble and take your time. Again, we always want to be looking for more opportunities in the field, talking to park managers, doing what we have to do to find deals. That's where your time should be going.
Absolutely. Okay, so after you've done a few deals, these are a couple other things
couple advanced strategies that we do.
Yeah, but still somebody that, hey, you can get on your team right away if you can. Is the first one would be a photo inspector.
Absolutely.
Someone that can actually go out to these properties, especially if they're a little bit further away from you. Maybe you're doing some virtual deals, and they can go and actually inspect the property for you and take pictures. And that way you can, you don't have to take your time to even do that.
For sure. They'll go and take these pictures of the home as long as you're informing them of exactly what you need done, what pictures you need to get. We've had people do this in a whole other states. I'm talking about the state of New Jersey, the state of Florida, and it only cost us $30-$40. It's really cool because I don't have to fly all the way to New Jersey or Florida. I'm protecting all of that time.
Yep.
And we're just outsourcing that to somebody that, could use, $40, $50, $30 for a little bit of time. Usually doesn't take them any more than an hour.
Yeah, and most people have a camera phone or some sort of smartphone where they can just snap the pictures. They can do some quick videos and send it to you through, text message or Dropbox or whatever. So very easy to outsource, but I would say, when you're first getting started, you want to go and look at the homes yourself, just because you want to get an idea of what these homes feel like, what they look like, the park, the location, all of that stuff matters in the deal. And so once you get a few deals under your belt, once you get a little bit more comfortable, it's a great person to have on your team.
And like Samara said, we use this mainly when, it's out of our farm area, or, we're usually out of town or something like that. It's just a great strategy to have once you've done a few deals, someone on your team that can just go and get those pictures done, and also alerting your seller, that this individual is going to be coming through. Usually most of the time you're doing it in a professional way, and it's just part of your process, and you articulate that to them on the front end, set the expectation clear. They're okay with having this individual coming in to take pictures of the interior, exterior, even pictures of the park. Again, we've gotten this for as low as $30. We're here in Phoenix. We've had people go out all the way out in Florida, go out and take pictures for us. We're nowhere near that state, but it cost us $30 and an hour of their time, and we didn't have to do that.
Exactly. Save your time, guys.
And the last thing, guys, this is really, really huge. I actually have two things. This is a two-part process, but man, VAs, virtual assistants, or virtual call centers. How important is this?
Oh my gosh, that has saved us so much time from having to answer the phone calls, following up with clients. All of that takes time, and it takes organization. But if you have somebody on your team that's handling those phone calls, messages, follow-ups, that's huge. It saves you so much time, and it helps you get more deals.
Can you please save this live? My phone started acting. This is saved.
Yeah.
The VA is very important, guys, because man, again, I want to be out in the field looking for homes. Or if I'm not doing that, I want to be owning my time and doing stuff I love to do. I don't want to be taking every single call. No problem at all. I don't want to be taking every single call. I want to protect my time. But just don't go out and hire a VA. In our program, we actually have a whole script that we use. My man,
we're back. Sorry, guys.
We have a student, Victor, just started with us a couple days ago. He used this script, and he says the script is golden. So you take this same script, you give it to your VA or your virtual call center, and they're able to screen all the calls for you. And then these calls, whatever you have on your sheet, they actually come through your email, so you can just scan it and see if you have a good deal, no matter if you pick up the phone or not.
Man, that has saved us so much time by just outsourcing the phone calls so that we can just focus on the best deals that come into our system, the most qualified deals. We can focus on getting more deals, our marketing, all of that. It's so important to have some people on your team so you're not always answering every single phone call.
And I'm telling you, one of the best feelings is when you're out of town. Oh, no problem, James. One of the best feelings is when you're out of town, or even not in town, and you wake up and you see an email come through and it says 3-2 double wide 1989 selling for $6,000. That's what the asking price is. He or she needs to sell in less than 7 or 14 days. It's like perfect. You're protecting your time. You didn't have to do it. The only thing you have to do is contact that seller, and we've got a script for that in our program as well. So you guys don't have to worry about kind of makeshift and creating that all on your own. But we're just really big on protecting our time, because the last thing you want to do is to leave your job that you're trying to escape from right now and then just create another job. It's so easy to become a slave to this. If you're taking all of your own calls in the beginning, that's great because you want to learn. You're going to have to train whoever you're going to help, whoever's going to help you with that delegation piece. But you want to make sure you know what you're talking about. On the back end, you want this outsourced.
Yeah, absolutely. So
what about the CRM though? Because we see a lot of people walking around with these binders with all the information in there, going through parks trying to keep it. If you were like me, you were keeping on a binder. I can't find my binder. I'm putting it on an envelope. What about CRM? This wasn't on our list, but I wanted to at least throw this out there.
So
this is more for an advanced level once you've done a couple of deals, but it's going to keep you organized. Organization is key. You'll lose a ton of time simply not being organized.
Yeah, and you'll lose a ton of deals not being organized just because you're not following up, because you don't seem like a professional when you're confused, you don't know who you're talking to, you don't know where their phone number went.
And over 60% of our best deals simply come from following up. This is what a lot of investors don't do, especially newbie investors, because you can only keep so much in a binder, man. So it's 2019, guys.
Get online, get all of your lead information, all of your details in the computer in one place where everything is organized. We love CRMs. We actually use ActiveCampaign. We use a ton of CRMs, but we love ActiveCampaign. It has a cost. Again, this is more of an advanced strategy. I wouldn't say if you're just starting to look for your first few deals, don't invest in a CRM just yet. But when you are getting a good lead flow and pipeline, we love that CRM. It does all your email campaigns, text messages, pipeline. Automated. Everything's automated.
Because you're following up with each person and calling them, sending them a text. Again, it just takes all your time. You can do it. Some people love doing it. I love connecting with our sellers as well, but I even more love my time. I just value our time the most. So our CRM is great. ActiveCampaign is great. When we first started, if you've got Google, if you've got a Gmail, what we started with is using Streak. At the time when we were using it, Streak had a free version that they had. I'm not sure if it's free at this point, but it at least helped us to start with that organization process, because having old binders and keeping everything in all those and envelopes, you're just gonna get confused.
It is confusing. It is very confusing. So I'll leave a link to ActiveCampaign below. I'll try to find one and leave one just in case any of you guys are a little bit more advanced.
And I want to give a special shout out to a few of our most recent students. Melissa, Tara, you guys are working on a great deal. Victor, you're working on an incredible deal right now. You just sent us your way. Daniel, we talked about your deal. 13.
Killing it. Killing it. Picked up the property for $13,000. The lowest property in the area is $55,000. I can't even believe it. And he's in California, in Southern California.
And most that he saw was $70,000 to $80,000. So that's crazy. Arnell doing some great things.
Yeah, he's got a deal in the pipeline. Jasmine and John, they've got a few deals in the pipeline. So if you guys are
watching, we love it. Keep it up. You guys are inspiring us to do more. You guys are killing it. And it's just a beautiful thing. So we really hope all this information helps you guys. We're really big on protecting our time, because the thing is, if you're not protecting your time, it can start to be a little overwhelming and daunting. And once your momentum dies out, that word quit comes along. You never really fail until you actually quit. We don't want you guys to quit. We just want the momentum to continue to go up. Doesn't matter how slow it is, just continue to let it rise. And the best way to do that is by being consistent with your revenue generated activity and as well as protecting your time.
Absolutely. So we hope you guys got value from this. If you're interested in working with Jay and myself, we are opening up our accelerator program right now for people to join in. We'll leave a link below this video. Some of our students are earning $5,000 to $20,000 a month just flipping mobile homes and doing more
getting
mobile home
involved
deals.
really quick. Squad goals. There we go,
Hey.
Julian. Yeah, squad goals. Hey, we call it a squad in the mobile home business as well. We have a squad. We can't do it all on our own. The way we were able to do so many deals in a short amount of time is because we stopped getting in our own way. If you're getting in your own way, doing things old school, writing things in a binder, fixing houses yourself, moving trash out yourself, getting a deal, and then at the last minute trying to find a mobile home mover, guys, you're just missing out on what is it called? Opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost.
And
so
after you miss one deal, it's fine. But when you start missing 5, 6, 7 deals in 1 month, that's a problem. Now you're missing out on the bag. So guys, protect your time. I'm gonna go over these things one more time. These are the things you gotta have: a mobile notary, a handyman on your team, junk removal services, a landscaper team, a mobile home mover on your team, a photo inspector for your homes, and virtual assistants, and CRMs. I almost missed the last one.
You
CRM,
got it.
keep you organized.
Good job. Yeah, so make sure you guys are building your team, always networking, always finding people that can add value to you and you can add value to them. Again, we hope you guys got value from this. If you're interested in working with us, apply at the link below this
video. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, the bell button. We post videos every week. We want you guys to get this value, so stay tuned.
Yeah, and leave a comment below if this was helpful. If you have any questions about any of these people that you needed on your team, be sure to leave a comment below.
I'm gonna go cater to this hand.
Ooh, we gotta cater to the hand.
I'm always the one getting hurt.
Yeah, he is. This is not the first time, y'all. This is not the first time. But thanks so much for joining us, guys. We love doing live. Definitely catch you on the next one.